Okay, so now we are going to continue with our sixth chapter of the history, that is towns, traders, and craft person. Yesterday we already discussed regarding the towns and traders, and today we will discuss about the craft person. Craft person, as you all know, that any person who involved in some creativity or in some craft, you call them craft person. By example, if we want to discuss that, if we want to make a cloth from a cotton, okay, so first we are making producing a cloth with the help of the cotton, and after that cloth we are doing some kind of embroidery on that particular cloth. So this is a part of a craft person, means person who are producing something with the help of the raw material. Okay, you called it now. Is it clear, bache? Now voice is clear? Okay, fine. Yes. So you called it you called it creativity, and the person who involved in such kind of work, craft work, you call them craft person. Are you able to see this picture? See. Are you able to see this? The border of the shawl? Yes. So this border is a part of the creativity. Okay. So this border is the example of creativity which is done by any craft person. Another example we can take of this. We are having this candle stand. See this candle stand. This candle stand is of 17th century. Okay, and this is made up from the brass. Brass is a metal, no? So this is made up of a brass with black over clay. So this is also a part of the craft, and this craft is done by the craft person. Now we will discuss about some we can say that some famous craft person of that. Sorry for the disturbance, beta. I got disconnected. Sorry. Sorry, bache, I got disconnected. Okay, so let's start our chapter. So discussing now we will discuss about the major craft person of that century or that time period. Uh, First of all, we are having Bidar. Bidar was a famous for in clay work, in copper and silver. Okay, and hence it is called Bidri. We got this name Bidri, craft person of the Bidar, which were famous for in clay work in copper and silver. Okay, next we are having Panchas, or we can say Vishkarma. You can underline this line also because it is important for your NTSC exam also. Panchas and Vishkarma community. Okay. Those were also consist of many craft person that we are having goldsmith, blacksmith, and many more. And these craft person were also were important for the building of a temples also. And these craft person are also play an important role for the construction of various buildings, various forts for the Rajas, and they also play a very important role in the construction of many temples. Okay, so these were the famous craft person of that particular time period. Okay, now let's discuss regarding the weavers. weavers as salyars. Underline this word, weavers as salyars. And this was the very prosperous community, or we can say that these are the independent crafts. Independent crafts were the like cotton cleaning, spinning, dyeing. So all these type of work, you can say these are the independent work. You don't need to establish a very big business, or you can say industrial factory for these particular works. Okay, so you call them independent crafts. That if any single person or any 2 or 3 person of from the family or want to start any particular type of craft activity like cotton cleaning, spinning and dyeing, so they can start their work by individually also. That's why it is called independent craft. Okay, now after that we will discuss regarding the Hampi, Masulipattnam and Surat. If you want to underline all these things in your textbook, or if you want to write down somewhere in your rough notebook also, so please write it down, because all these points are very important for your term 1 exam as well as for an NTSC exam also. Now first we will discuss about the Hampi. So Hampi, wait. Yes. Hampi is located on the Krishna Tungabhadra river basin. Underline this line. Hampi, where Hampi is located? Hampi is located on Krishna Tungabhadra river basin. Okay. And yes, founded by the Vijayanagar Empire. Founded by the Vijayanagar Empire in 1336. Yes, in 1336. Very good. Okay, I hope this is clear to you all. Any doubt regarding Hampi? Have you underlined this? No, I know. Underline this, bache, or you can write it down somewhere. Yes, beta Jaya. Your voice is not clear, Jaya. First, let me explain all the contents. After that, I will take your all the doubts. Okay. First, let me explain all the things. So, we have discussed regarding the Hampi. Now, we will discuss regarding the Masulipattnam and Surat. Okay. Both these are important, including your trading as well as for your craft activities. Okay. So, let's discuss about the Masulipattnam. If you want to write it down somewhere, so you can write it down. Masulipattnam were also known as Machilipatnam. Okay, town of Masulipattnam also known as Machilipatnam. Write it down somewhere, bache. It is very important question. Okay. Yes. Yes. A closer look, Hampi, Masulipattnam and Surat. We are discussing this only. Okay, we already discussed about the Hampi. Now we are discussing Masulipattnam. Yes, very nice. And Masulipattnam is located on the Coromandel coast in Andhra Pradesh. If you don't have this particular content in your NCERT book, so you can write it down somewhere. Okay, you can write it down. You can write it down like this. Masulipattnam हो गया आपका. So you would write it down. Coromandel coast. Okay. Yes, in Andhra Pradesh. I'm not writing it properly because I am writing on the screen. Na, you write it properly in your book. So you can write it down like this. Masulipattnam, also known as Machilipatnam, and located on the Coromandel coast in Andhra Pradesh. Okay, beta? Yes. Another thing, that when Britishers set up their factory in Masulipattnam, So the answer is 1633. Okay, in 1633, Britishers established their factory Masulipatam. Yes, beta. Hampi. You are asking for the Hampi, no? Hampi is located on Krishna Tungabhadra river basin. Okay, clear? Yes. Yes, very good, very good. And why we are discussing this Masulipatam? Because it is also well known for the Kalamkari fabric. Masulipatam is famous for the Kalamkari fabric. Mark this point also. And Kalamkari, you know, na? Kalam means any pen like pointed tool used to draw outlines of the clothes. And kari means workmanship. ठीक है, तो कलम हो गया like a pen and kari means any craft person. So like this, Masulipatam was famous for the kalamkari fabrics. I hope it is clear to you. Next we are having Surat. Surat is also very Kalamkari, but Kalamkari is a type of creativity, okay, in which you used a tool like a pen, and with the help of that pen, you create a very designed border on any cloth. Okay, so you called it Kalamkari fabric. Clear, beta? Yes, beta. Yes, yes. Also known as Machli. You want to know na that where this line is written? So if this line is not, bache, if this line is not written in your textbook, I am telling you this line because this is very important common question for your NTSC exam. So write it down somewhere that Masulipatam is also known as Machlipatam, and both the names are very similar to each other. So you will not find any difficulty to learn that. Okay, beta? So please write down each and every point which I am telling to you. All these are very important, beta, and these are very common also. Okay, I'm explaining you something extra from your textbook. I know that term one is containing only your term this NCERT book only, but you are having your NTSC exam also, and all these points are important from that point of view. Now we are going to discuss our Surat. Okay, where Surat is located? Surat is located on the west coast of India. Means Surat is in Gujarat, na? And that is on the west coast of the India. And which river belongs to that? Tapi river. Okay, near the Tapi river, Surat is located. And Surat is very much famous for its textile business. Okay, that is very famous for the textile. Yes, textile, especially silk and gold brocade. Gold brocade क्या होता है? Zari work होता है ना? You can underline this thing also. That gold brocade means zari work. Have you ever seen the zari work? आज मम्मी से पूछना, मम्मी प्लीज शो मी जरी वर्क ऑन एनी साड़ी और ऑन एनी सूट. ओके, मम्मा फिर आपको दिखाएंगी कि जरी वर्क कैसे होता है. यस, श्योर श्योर बच्चे, श्योर. एवरीबॉडी विल आस्क देयर मम्मा. देखा हुआ है ना, गर्ल्स ने तो ऑफ कोर्स देखा होगा. तो आज सब अपने मम्मा से पूछेंगे, मम्मा जरी की जो एम्ब्रॉयडरी होती है ना, हमें वो दिखा दो, बिकॉज सूरज इज वेरी मच फेमस फॉर द जरी वर्क. सो वी ऑल्सो वांट टू नो दैट व्हाट काइंड ऑफ वर्क सूरत इज फेमस फॉर. Okay, clear to you all? Yes. Bache, next work, or we can say next craft work in which Surat is involved is stone cutting. Okay, stone cutting work is also done in Surat. By that you can like say that you can make any jewelry from that, or you can also use that in the embroidery in your textiles. So all these things are very much important in which Surat is famous. Now last point which I would like to discuss with you, that Surat is also known for its diamond cutting. अभी हमने किसका डिस्कस किया था? स्टोन कटिंग. बट इट इज ऑल्सो वेरी famous for the diamond cutting and polishing industry. Have you ever heard about the polishing? Polishing, you are having metal polishing also, you are having jewelry polishing also. Polishing doesn't mean shoe polishing. Okay, we are here discussing about the polishing regarding the metals, regarding the jewelry, okay, and so on. So it is also a center for the high technology industry of गुजरात. You know ना that polishing हो गया, diamond cutting हो गया, इतना easy नहीं होता है वो, ठीक है. So for that you need a high technology, and that's why Gujarat is also known for the high technology industry. Yes, बच्चे. Any doubt? Someone is asking something. Yes? Ask your doubt, bache. I'm waiting. Okay, first let me finish the chapter if you are not asking any question. So, bache, this was all about this chapter, chapter 6, towns, traders, and craft person. Okay, I hope the chapter is clear to you. And that is all about your today's class. Thank you so much, everyone.